Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Initiating with the great name of Almighty Allah, who is the most merciful and the most beneficent, the creator of seven heavens, seven skies. Today, we are in another program discussing the global state of climate change policy. Our topic is the state of global climate report 2023. In 2023, there was a global climate global climate report, which states, and we are going to discuss it today, what was that report and what is its current state, what promises were made, and what is the report of it currently. So let's get started. Its highlight is the accelerating chaos of the climate crisis. First of all, what is climate change will be discussed. Climate change means the overall change in the climate of a particular area or of the particular whole the world. There are three terms: season, climate, as well as the weather. Now, season is for a particular period of time, like for 4 months there is summer season, winter season, autumn season. Weather is of a particular day. It's rainy today, it's sunny today, it's hot today, etc. That is weather. And the climate means that overall is of 1 decade, 1 year, 1 century, or this is called the climate, means is overall for a longer period of time, what we discussed. So we are discussing the accelerating chaos of the climate crisis, as it has been called a crisis in the society of the people, because it's a daunting challenge for the people to fight with the climate change. So here it is, introduction. The year 2023 broke every single climate indicator, as it was by far the warmest year on record. Throughout the history of the world on record, 2023 was the warmest and the hottest year in which we lived. No human beings in the history previously have lived this much hot year that we people have survived. So it broke every single climate indicator, making it the warmest year on record, the hottest year in the history of the world on record. So we lived in that year. The annual State of the Climate report by the UN's World Meteorological Organization WMO has revealed that records were once again broken for greenhouse gas levels, surface temperatures, ocean heat and acidification, the sea level rise, ice cover and glacier retreat. World Meteorological Organization, which tells us about the climate change and gives us reports about the climate change, told us this year, revealed its records, that records were once again broken for greenhouse gas levels. GHG, greenhouse gas, GHG. Greenhouse gases are the gases which come from greenhouse, which affect the ozone layer and our climate completely. They make our climate vulnerable to a lot of dangers from space. Greenhouse gases are very bad for a longer term for the human beings, but for the short terms they are essential, like the people consider them important, or they are very useful for the current purpose. CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, also include these. So greenhouse gas levels have risen once again at record levels, not done previously, but this time the records for the greenhouse gases were completely broken. Surface temperatures, the surface temperatures of the oceans, upon the surface temperature has risen very much. It has become very hot, and the ocean heat has increased. In ocean, it was thought that because it is an ocean where there is humidity, there is moisture, but now the oceans are also rising. Their temperature is rising very much, and their surface temperature is rising a lot. Ocean heat is increasing, and acidification. There has been much more acids and acidification in these terms. Sea level rise, the level of the sea's water is rising upper. Why? Because the glaciers are melting faster, therefore the level of the oceans is rising. When the level of the oceans rise, it means that there is more water than the ice or snow on the mountains. When the ice or snow is lower on the mountains, then we see that the ocean levels will rise and the cooling system of the earth will be down. When the earth is not cooled or maintained its temperature by with these ocean snow on the mountains, so it will resultantly be so that the ice and snow will be melted and our oceans level, water level will rise, and all the world, all the earth will be warmer and hotter more and more. Ice cover is retreating. Like on all the mountains there is cover of ice, but that cover of ice is getting melted. Once when that ice cover on the mountains will melt, it will come directly into the oceans. Therefore the sea level, ocean water level will rise and it will cause much more heat in the areas everywhere. And glacier retreat, the glaciers are also retreating. Glacier means the mountain, a kind of mountain that is made on the mountains of snow. So when the glaciers will retreat, they will be back and back and back from the oceans or from themselves. So it will happen that the water levels will rise and heat will rise as a result. The global average temperature in 2023 was 1.45 more or less 0.12 degrees Celsius above the 1850 to 1900 average. This decade, from this 1850 to 1900s decade, this decade has been 1.45 more or less 0.12 degrees Celsius higher. It means that from the previous history, we are warming ourselves or our earth too much, and it is completely alarming for the scientists as well as for we people to control it, because once the time is gone, we will not be able to control it as it has gone. In emergency, we can say that the time has already gone for the climate change. The years are getting warmer and warmer. Different countries are practicing warm years. Previously, for a lot of years, Azizia city of Libya was the hottest city in whole the world. But now in 2023, Jacobabad, Sindh was the hottest city in whole the world, recording a temperature of 53 to 54 degrees Celsius, which was the warmest year in the history of the world as well as in the history of whole the history. In history, there has not been any city as much hot as Jacobabad in 2023. Means averagely in 1850 it was 1.45 less, and now it is 1.45 degrees, 0.12 degrees higher than that. Never have we been so close, albeit on a temporary basis, to the 1.5 degrees Celsius lower limit of the Paris Agreement on climate change. It had never been in the history of the world that we had reached 1.45 degrees Celsius according to the Paris Agreement. In the Paris, there had been an agreement on climate change which proposed that all the countries of the world, including USA, China, major industrial countries of the world, would take pledge and would take strong initiative to reduce the greenhouse gases as well as to promote awareness for the climate change so that we may reduce it. But it did not happen, and the levels are rising again and again. Therefore, we are discussing Global Climate Report 2023. There are some most industrial countries in the world which we can call the developed countries of the world, where there are a lot of factories of different kinds, and they are mostly industrialized countries in the world. They are emitting a lot of pollution, water pollution, air pollution, and all kinds of pollution are being sprayed by them, and the brunt of it is to be borne by all of the countries. Like recently, a great flood came in Pakistan. Pakistan did not have any share in the climate change, but Pakistan had to bear the brunt of it. Why? Because these countries are producing producing the pollution, and we, all the world, has to bear the brunt of them. However, by planting trees, taking care of not using those things which are harming the ozone layer and our environment, we can reduce the climate change. Next one, the Paris Agreement also saw it was 1.5 degrees below, so the climate change of Paris Agreement was also not agreed by the world. The report said 2014 to 23 was the hottest decade in history, above 1.20 degrees Celsius previously recorded. This decade means a period of 10 years. So this decade from 2014 to 2023 was the hottest decade in the history of the world. 2023 was the hottest year in the history of the world. 2014 to 2023 was the hottest decade on average in all the world. Now there are some further details that we will be discussing about it. It adds to heat waves when it is hot season, when it is summer, so suddenly a heat wave comes, very warm, very hot air, because of which there are sunstrokes, people suddenly fall, because of that there is dehydration. It is also because of summer. There are lots of heat strokes, heat waves which come suddenly on a particular area, and the areas feel a lot warm. People are not able to walk outside on the roads, in the streets, or work in their offices or anywhere without the air conditions. And air conditions emit the hot air from beneath its outer as well. So climate change is affected through both the ways. Some particularly, one room may be safe with the air condition, but all the world is in danger because of the outer's hot air. So the people think of a less thing, keeping their room warm and making all the world vulnerable to climate change. Heat waves are increasing, floods are coming over and over. Pakistan has witnessed 2010's flood, which was also because of climate change. Recently in Pakistan there was flood, in India there was flood, and droughts because of floods are also because when it is summer, in the summer there is much heat of the sun. That heat of the sun, as well as the heat that is trapped in the atmosphere of earth, that goes and makes the ocean, makes the glaciers, the ice melt. When this when these ice glaciers are melted, so all the water comes into the oceans. From the oceans and from the rivers, from rivers it comes to the areas, and then that results in floods. Very strong floods where a lot of population is destroyed and many things happen. And with the floods there are a lot of rains as well. Because of rains are also because of the climate change. With floods there are rains, a lot of heavy rains in monsoon season, or without season also there are without season rains too, that play a huge havoc with the economy and different sectors of the country. Droughts, sometimes there is scarcity in the fields. There are no fields, no rice, no wheat, and all the things are not grown. No, because of a lot of heavy and intense heat or intense winter, which is not fine for particular plants to grow. Like for average plant that needs 16 to 24 degrees Celsius. If it is less than 16 degrees Celsius or more than 24 degrees Celsius for a plant, it cannot grow. 24 degrees Celsius is bearable for any plant. But if you exceed and consider 54 degrees Celsius, which was in Jacobabad, or in many parts of the world, 52, 51 degrees Celsius and 54 degrees Celsius, how would a plant be able to survive? Therefore, there are droughts, there are no fields in that particular period of time. There are wildfires. Suddenly there is a jungle forest, and suddenly in the summer season or in the winter season a fire burns and all the trees of particular area are completely destroyed. That's also because of the climate change. And intense tropical cyclones, when there are cyclones, so they get intensity more and more in the tropics, and in the oceans as well there are tsunamis because of climate change. There are intense tropical cyclones as well, tsunamis, storms, tornadoes, etc. These sort of things come because of the climate change. Now there are lots of socio-economic losses as well. Just consider an example of Pakistan in Pakistan's 2010s flood, when a lot of people had to evacuate their places. What happened? Many people lost their businesses, many people lost their properties, many people lost their societies, their cities, their even whole the country was affected because of it. So there are socio-economic losses as well. In the society, the economy is completely destroyed. The people had their fields, they were completely burnt. They were completely, there was water in their fields. Ocean heat and sea level are rising. As discussed earlier, the ocean heat is rising. The oceans are getting warmer more and more. As a result, when the ocean is heated a lot, the marine life will also be affected. Fish will be affected. Fish can die because they cannot survive in the water that they are being affected with. They have a particular temperature. If it goes upper than that, more than that, less than that, those fish will not be able to survive in that water. And sea level are rising as discussed. Why are they rising too? We have discussed it already. Very important thing. Antarctic sea ice went recordable low in 2023. In Antarctica, where there is sea ice, ice in the sea, so it went recordable low. All the ice was getting melted. The sheets of the ice were thinner and thinner. Why? Because the sun is heating the earth because of our human activities, and therefore the Antarctic sea also went very low. Sea ice went very low. Now, very important things. Record high ocean content. Ocean content is growing. There is much more water in the oceans than it was previously. It's also because of the climate change and the actions of humans, because of which the ocean content is rising. Water is rising. Whatever things are there, they are rising. Contrasting heating and cooling patterns in the North Atlantic. In the North Atlantic Ocean, where there was heat, it is getting cold. Where there was cold, it is getting hot. Why it is happening? It's because of the climate change. In North Atlantic, these things is happening. Contrasting heat and cooling patterns. It's because of the air that is circulating, because of other factors that have influenced the world. Global average surface temperatures. Now, the average temperatures are rising. Average is rising. The temperatures are completely rising. Whether you go to the hot level or to the lower level, means the colder level, the temperatures are rising from both the sides. Marine heat waves and acidification. In the oceans, there are a lot of heat waves as well. When you go deep into the water, there are heat waves too. Like it happens in the air, it is a gas form. In the air, there are heat waves, and in the ocean also there are heat waves. So as a result, the fish marine life will also completely be affected because of these actions. And there is acidification as well. The water is getting acidified. Next one is global mean near surface temperature. The temperature near the surface is rising of the oceans as well as of the environment. Number 6, Antarctic sea ice loss. In Antarctica, the ice is getting lost completely. Where there was ice, now there is no more ice. It means that when the ice will go completely down, the sun will affect us very faster, and all the environment would be hotter and hotter, and will not be able to be lived by a human being. One more thing that we would like to add over here is that a human being as well as all the living organisms have a particular temperature in which they can live or can live happily. For an instance, when the temperature will go very low, the human beings will be inactive. When the temperature will go very high, at that time as well, the human beings would be inactive. You might have seen in hot season, when it is completely hot outside, we feel sleepy more and more. It means that this temperature is not fine for us, or we cannot live in that particular temperature, because our level is not linked with that temperature which is rising, and it's a great alarm for all the human community to take some serious actions, for the countries as well to take some serious actions to stop this here. If we don't stop it here, it will go on increasing and our lives will completely be endangered. Recently, in a report of Sindh police, they said that a person was traveling from Jhatpat to Jacobabad in a hot day. He had something covered on his face as well. He was feeling dehydrated, but he thought that I would reach there because it's too hot. I'll reach there and then I'll drink water. So in the way, suddenly his mind got out of control and he fell from the bike, and because of dehydration, because of intense heat, he succumbed to death. He died. So Antarctic sea ice event recordable low, we were here. Antarctic sea ice loss as well. Number 7, increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather. We see that the weather is getting extreme. If it's summer, summer is too much on the peak. If it's winter, it's also on a peak. Both things are teasing us. But in the meantime, we see that the summer goes for a very long period of time, whereas the winter goes for a very short period of time, which is very good, in which the human beings remain so much active, happy too, because of climate change. Renewable energy surge. The people are trying and going towards renewable energy like solar energy, and some scientists say that solar energy is also attracting more heat. When solar energy is attracting heat, it means that that heat is trapped in our atmosphere. It will not go out. Whatever heat comes, it comes inside and it doesn't go out. So the renewable energy surge is also causing a great alarm for the human community to take some action against the climate change, as so far we have failed to commit anything to the policies, agreements that we have made in all the world. Climate finances challenges are also occurring. How much would a country finance the climate when they have their basic need issues? Will the people eat food, or they will finance? Will the country finance to the these sort of things like the climate challenge? Climate challenge is also to be faced, but food, etc. These are also the problems. So with which thing to cope? Nobody knows. Now, what are the impacts of climate change? Food insecurity. The people feel a lot of food insecurity because we discussed that there are droughts as well. Because of droughts, there will be no food, and when there is no food, there will be food insecurity. Population displacement. People who cannot bear certain temperatures, like in a hot area, the people cannot bear the heat, so they will go towards those areas where there are colder environments. But eventually, those areas will also be affected and there will be heat too. Like a person goes from Jacobabad to Quetta, as mostly it is seen that because of climate, because of seasons, they go from this part to that part, just for enjoying or to live their life in a better way to remain happy. So there will be population displacement as well because of climate change, because of floods as well, because of different climate calamities. The people change their positions and displace themselves. There are lots of economic losses too. We see that there are lots of economic losses. People have lost their homes, their properties, their fields, and their crops, their yields. All things are lost because of the climate change. Inequality. There has been a lot of inequality because of climate change as well. And global economic impact on all the world's economy. There is a great impact of climate change. etc. These are the impacts, and further than this, there are lots of other impacts as well, which are because of the climate change. So today we discussed the State of Global Climate Report 2023, the accelerating chaos of the climate change. Now, considering this thing, that this is not the issue of a particular community, we have to consider this thing as well, that we have to take all individual actions and to say our governments in all the world to take some actions according against the climate change, so that we may live today in such a way so that your descendants should pray for you, not curse you that you didn't do anything for them. Thank you so much.